She didn't scream. She didn't accuse me of anything. She just looked at me across the dinner table, smiled, and said, "You were always just the stand-in." And everyone at that table acted like it was normal. Like I was supposed to nod, swallow it, stay quiet. I didn't argue. I didn't raise my voice. I did something else. And none of them saw it coming. That if you've ever felt invisible in your own marriage, if you've ever been treated like you were temporary in a place you thought was permanent, hit like, subscribe, and stay with me. Because this isn't a story about shouting. It's a story about silence. And what happens when a man finally stops, try to earn a seat at a table that was never his. It started on a Tuesday, second week of December. Snow pressed softly against the windows. The heater hummed like it always did. The house smelled like roasted chicken in time. The kind of normal evening you forget before it's even over. I was halfway through talking about a work deadline. Something boring. Something safe. Laura was across from me, scrolling her phone. She didn't look up when she cut me off. "We're spending Christmas and New Year's with Brian." Fork halfway to my mouth. "We're what?" Now she looked up, calm, almost amused. "Madison and I are leaving on the 23rd. Back after New Year's." Brian, her ex-husband, Madison's biological father. The room didn't change temperature, but it felt smaller. "So, I'm not part of that plan." She sighed, like I'd missed something obvious. "He's her real dad, Mark." Real. 6 years. 6 years of school pickups. 6 years of parent-teacher conferences. 6 years of sitting through dance recitals and math homework and late-night anxiety talks when she couldn't want to go to sleep. Real. I didn't say any of that. Laura laughed. "Come on," she said. "You helped. But let's be honest. You were always the stand-in. Stand-in. Clean. Casual. Final." I waited. For the correction. For the softening. It didn't come. "She needs time with her authentic family," Laura added. Authentic. Not someone playing pretend. Right on cue, Madison walked in. Backpack still on. 14. Old enough to know what words do. "You tell him yet?" she asked. Laura nodded. Madison glanced at me like I was a chair. "Cool. Dad got passes for Aspen. His parents rented this insane cabin." "That sounds nice," I said. She blinked. Surprised. "Yeah. A real Christmas for once." For once. 6 years erased in 3 syllables. Laura expected something. Anger. A raised voice. An argument she could point to later. "That's it?" she asked. "You're not upset? Would it change anything?" She frowned. Normal people react when their family leaves for the holidays. "I am reacting," I said. "I'm accepting it." That irritated her more than yelling would have. She stood abruptly, grabbing plates harder than necessary. "This is your problem," she snapped. "You're too passive. You never fight." I stood too. Carry my glass to the sink. "What exactly should I fight for?" I asked quietly. "You just told me I'm a placeholder." She froze. "That's not what I meant." "It's exactly what you said." Silence filled the kitchen like smoke. Madison went upstairs. Laura turned her back, suddenly busy with dishes. I walked out to the garage. Sat in my truck. Engine off. Dark. No light. Just clarity. 6 months earlier, I turned down an overseas job offer. Huge promotion. Double salary. I'd said no. Because I thought I was protecting a family. Because I thought I mattered. I pulled up the old email. It was still there. And for the first time in years, everything in my head went quiet. Not broken. Focused. The next few days were strange. Too calm. Laura hummed while making coffee. Lighter than she'd been in months. Madison floated through the house with excitement. Flights. Ski gear. Brian texting updates. No hostility. Worse. Indifference. I noticed something disturbing. No one wondered how I felt. Not because they were cruel. Because it didn't occur to them that it mattered. And that realization hurt more than the words. One night, Madison came home glowing. "Dad says the snow's insane already. He knows all the best runs." Laura smiled. "Of course he does. He's always been good at that stuff." Always. I was in the room, but I wasn't in the sentence. After dinner, I went into the small office. Open drawers. Old birthday cards I'd helped Madison pick for Laura. Receipts from dance costumes. Proof of effort. Evidence that I had tried. I closed the drawer. And something closed inside me too. December 23rd, arrived bright and brutally cold. Suitcases lined the hallway. Madison buzzing with excitement. Laura checking her watch. You sure you're okay? She asked at the door. Just busy with work, I said. She kissed my cheek. Quick. Automatic. See you in January. I watched their car disappear around the corner, and I didn't feel abandoned. I felt finished. I walked to the kitchen, placed an envelope on the table. Her name on the front. Neat. Visible. No drama. Then I started moving. Not emotionally. Practically. Clothes folded. Documents gathered. Essentials packed. I didn't linger over photos. Didn't replay memories. Because I finally understood something. You can't fight to stay in a role someone else already recast. Christmas morning was silent. No presents. No expectations. Early the next day, I loaded 2 suitcases into my car. Left the key on the counter. Locked the door. Slid the spare through the mail slot. At the airport, everything felt efficient. Gate number. Boarding pass. Destination in bold letters. My phone buzzed. A photo notification. Laura and Madison smiling in the snow. Brian's arm around them. Caption like a celebration. I didn't open it. Turned the phone off. As the plane lifted into the sky, I didn't feel victorious. I felt complete. Sometimes being finished is stronger than being furious. Salt air. Sunlight. An apartment 10 floors up, overlooking the harbor. New job. New city. No one comparing me to another man. No one measuring me against a ghost. Work was demanding. Sharp minds. High expectations. But here, I wasn't a placeholder. I was chosen. And that felt like oxygen. 3 months later, my phone rang. International number. I answered. It's Laura. Her voice was thinner. We need to talk. There's nothing to talk about. We're losing the house, she said quickly. I can't cover the payments alone. I looked out at the boats moving across the water. Forward. Always forward. I signed it over to you. It's yours. I don't want the house, she said. I want you to come back. Silence. Not to punish her. To let truth breathe. I am home, I said. She started crying. I didn't mean what I said. I was angry. You know that. I know how easily you said it. And she tried guilt. Madison's struggling. Her grades. She has her father. He's useless. Laura snapped. There it was. Not love. Utility. She didn't miss me. She missed what I carried. The stability. The bills. The quiet reliability. Did you ever love me? She asked softly. I thought about 6 years of shrinking. Of staying calm to avoid conflict. Of earning crumbs of validation. I did, I said. That's why I stayed as long as I did. And now I'm done. She promised therapy. Change. A new beginning. I listened. And then I said the only honest thing left. Signed the papers. The divorce was finalized a month later. No courtroom drama. Just a notification on my phone while I stood barefoot in the sand of Bondi, the sun dipping gold into the horizon. I read it, slipped the phone into my pocket, and kept walking. Here's the part no one talks about. I didn't win because she suffered. I didn't win because she begged. I won the moment I stopped performing. The moment I realized love shouldn't feel like auditioning for a role that can be recast. Silence isn't weakness. Sometimes it's the sound of a door closing so gently. No one notices until the room is empty. If you've ever been someone's stand-in, if you've ever poured years into proving you belonged, remember this. Walking away isn't quitting. It's refusing to stay where you were never chosen. That if this story hits something real inside you, hit like, subscribe for more emotionally charged relationship debates. And tell me in the comments, was I wrong for leaving without a fight? Or was silence the only answer left? I read every comment. And if you've ever been treated like a placeholder, I hope you remember, you were never temporary. You were just in the wrong room.